There's nothing cute about a chain link fence. We needed a cheap, easy, and fast way to cover up our chain link fence before building our backyard shed. This is what we came up with. We essentially built a grid system in front of our chain link that we could use to mount wooden fence pickets to in order to cover up the ugly. It allowed us to keep the strongly planted metal posts in our existing fence without having to do any demo. The grid structure is made up of 2x4 boards running horizontally that are mounted to vertical 2x6s attached to the metal posts. The first step was to cut our pieces, making sure to treat the cut ends of our pressure-treated lumber with preservative. To attach the vertical 2x6s to the metal posts, we used these metal U-bolts. I used the plate of the bolt as a template and drilled holes in the boards, making sure to open up the holes a little for an easier install. Then we slid the U-bolt around the post and passed it through the holes in the wood. The metal plate then gets attached by a couple of nuts for a nice and snug fit. Once the vertical boards were attached, we installed the horizontal 2x4 stretchers. I should note that it's probably a better idea to do 3 rows of horizontal 2x4s as opposed to the 2 we installed. It's been fine for us so far, but I imagine a 3rd row in the middle would help keep the fence pickets from warping over time, so we are planning to add a middle row to the next sections of the fence as we move forward with the rest of the yard. Once the grid was up, we could start to screw in the fence pickets onto the horizontal stretchers. The cedar pickets we used were still very wet when we installed them, so we didn't add any gaps between boards since gaps will form naturally as the wood dries out. But if you're using dry wood, you'll want to make sure you at least leave an 1/8 of an inch gap between pickets. Also, make sure to check that the top of the pickets stay level as you go. It's a pretty quick and easy process that made a huge difference in our yard. If you have any questions about our process, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to keep you posted on how it's holding up. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. We could use the support. And of course, once it's dried out, don't forget to stain your wood.